Hello and welcome to Capitol Review. I'm Haley Mylon in for Mark Hall this week. We begin in the district. The race for the city's next mayor is heating up. Former at-large council member Kenyan McDuffie officially announcing his bid, setting up a competitive race between him and Ward 4 council member Janesse Lewis George. McDuffie served as an at-large council member, and before that, the Ward 5 council member. While on council, he led the Business and Economic Development Committee, and as mayor, he says he'll continue leading that economic growth. He was a big supporter of the Commander's deal and authored the Baby Bonds Law. He is a fourth-generation Washingtonian and a former prosecutor, as well as a former mailman. He plans to lean on his experience representing all 8 wards in the district and connect with voters.
We're going to fight to make sure that our city is more just and more opportunity rich, and that people see a pathway to economic mobility and economic security in Washington, D.C.
I think this moment calls for bold, courageous leadership. I think this moment calls for a leader with moral clarity, and that's who I have been as a council member, who I've been my whole life, and who I'm going to be in this moment as a leader.
And that right there, the other big name in this race, Janesse Lewis George, the Ward 4 council member. She was first elected in 2021. She announced her campaign back in December and is running as a Democratic Socialist. She says she's focusing on affordability with a focus on championing the working class. And joining us now is DC News Now's Myrtle Carbone, who covers the district for us. Myrtle, welcome back to Capitol Review. Still a long way to go before Election Day, but now this mayoral race here in DC is really starting to take shape. Okay, so we have two kind of front runners already. Talk about what we saw this week. We have Kenyan McDuffie announcing his bid for the mayor's office, and then Janesse Lewis George really putting some gas in the tank for her campaign.
Yeah, so two big names that the community is familiar with. Two council members, one now former. We know Kenyan McDuffie resigned from his seat as an at-large council member to run for this race. Janesse Lewis George still serving as the Ward 4 council member, and the race isn't that far away. We have primaries coming up in June. So this is really a heated race. We know Kenyan McDuffie announced his bid just this week and already seeing a lot of support, a lot of donations coming in. That announcement coming the same day that Janesse Lewis George held her big kickoff despite announcing her race last month. So she has some big endorsements coming, the Washington Teachers Union, and more than 1,000 people coming out to her campaign kickoff. So a lot of interest in both of these candidates and in the race as a whole.
So with these two candidates, and yes, there are other candidates. We have those names over on DC News Now. You've been reporting on this race extensively, not just these two at the top of the heat, but the similarities between them. Janesse Lewis George having served Ward 4 council member, and then McDuffie, Ward 5 council member, both have prosecutorial backgrounds. How do they distinguish themselves from one another here?
Well, certainly that is going to be what people are looking for in the coming weeks and months here, because the backgrounds are so similar. Both of them are lifelong Washingtonians. Both of them former prosecutors in different realms. Janesse Lewis George worked with the Attorney General's office here in D.C., Kenyan McDuffie with the Department of Justice and in the Civil Rights Division. So they'll be really focusing in on those niches of what type of cases they prosecuted, and then also we'll be looking towards their backgrounds on council and what they've been able to accomplish there. Kenyan McDuffie served over the Economic Development Committee, so a big focus on businesses and bringing in new people. Janesse Lewis George working on that People First campaign, she says, and really phrasing herself as a person of the people.
Now, before I let you go, real quick, do you think at any point within the next few months we see Bowser putting her weight behind one of these two?
It's a possibility. I asked her after Kenyan McDuffie announced if she was endorsing him. Her office says no comment on that just yet, but there is some speculation that is where her endorsement will go, behind Kenyan McDuffie, so we'll have to wait and see.
Myrtle Carbone, we are keeping you busy at the Wilson Building and beyond. Thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.